Hello, everyone. Welcome to Poor Man's Trading. This is Troy, and this is Monday, April 28th, 2025. It's the beginning of week four for this system. Things to do when you first start trading. Now I'm going to go through my steps of if you're brand new to here and you don't know what you're finding. I am working on a system to do trades in the stock market that I started back in 2022, September 2022, with only $15. I was doing stocks that gave dividends and doing ETFs. And I have now gone to doing live stock trading so that I can earn more than just waiting around for dividends every 3 months. I did take that time to kind of teach myself some stuff, and then I would watch videos of other people. And this is my videos of so I can go back and watch myself sometimes and be like, what did I do here? When did I learn it? What have I learned? What would I do differently? But here's the things I start with. Build your capital daily. This means that outside of building of trading stocks, you have to have money coming in to start with and kind of grow. It's called your capital. I personally do online surveys and I get paid for those. And when I get to the cash out amount, I put $15 of the $20 I earn into the stock market. That's my capital. But every day I go do those surveys. If you are working and let's say you're a server who make tips, you can do your capital by saying, every day I'm going to put $5 of my tips into my capital and invest that $5. You could collect aluminum cans. You can, do anything you can think of that makes a little bit of cash, but do it every day. Build a habit because this is what you need. You need a habit when you're dealing with the stock market. You have to build your own habits and primarily go with your own system. And what I'm going to say is you can watch my system and build my off of my system, and then if you say, "Hey, that doesn't quite work, but if I do it this way, I feel better that with that." And just change it up a little bit. I'm here to kind of give myself guidance and give other people guidance who find this. So build your capital daily. Habit forming. Step one. Keep your own records. Keep records of what you do when you're trading stocks, what you buy them for. I have mine right here. This stock right here, DBI, I bought for $3.96. Bought one share. I actually bought it again later at $3.94, 2 cents less. Bought another share. I didn't realize I'd already bought it once. But I track everything I do. The reason I'm on here today is actually a little earlier. I'm only an hour early than normal. Is over the weekend I had freed up some money on Thursday and Friday. If you watch my past videos, over the weekend I looked at some stocks and I put in purchase orders. So I'm going to going to go record what we actually got those stocks for to fill this in. And also, you would have saw that I earned over $3 and well, I earned $2.80. We had like 77 cents left over, so I put $3 into the capital. So I added to the amount I can invest each week, and 30 cents went to myself to pay myself, not just being held over for. Um, if you also watch, I'm just going to start saving for a new computer. So this is going to slowly climb, and I'm probably going to invest it into temporarily into an ETF or a stock that gives good dividends, just to hold it until it gets to the amount I need for a computer. But this is my self-pay. This is what I'm earning, learning this, and doing this. Right now, every time I make a dollar, I make another 10 cents. That dollar goes over here to keep it at an even amount, and 10 cents comes to me. But this is my records. This is what I do to keep track of how I'm doing it. and I'll get more into that a little bit later. Set your expectations and goals. My expectations is to earn 1% a week off of my total amount I can invest, $230. My weekly goal should now be $2.30. What I have invested so far. Right now it says $173.39. I have to record buying SB, buying XHR, and buying WTTR. Should have been purchased about an hour and a half ago when the stock was opened. So that's what we're going to do is we're going to go look those up. Oops, wrong one. There we go. Now I did put them in my list, and I see that we did buy them. This is where I realized I should be recording. This is when I went to go put them into the current in trades list of mine. I bought WTTR at $8.79. Whoops. I can't alt tab if that was the last one. $10.89. Meaning we spent $21.78 on that stock. Okay. XHR. I gotta do it manually until I get both those cleared. XHR 1054. About one share at 1054. Okay. SB. There we go. SB, I bought 6 shares at $3.39. Now I had the shares in here because when I put the order out this weekend, I said I put down how many shares I was ordering. Okay, now I want 1% per week. So my target for this stock is adding 4 cents to this price, which means at $3.43, that's my target price. What I least want out of it. Target for 1054 would be 11 cents. Well, that'd be 65, 1065 is my target. 11 cents for this one, that would be $11 even for this stock. Okay, I want to turn that into, and then go back one because it always does that to me for some reason. There we go. So that's my target. And now it says I have $226.05 invested out of the $230 available. Now remember, I'm $4 short on here. Let's see, 4. I still got to make it up. I still want 1% of this. But that's pretty good. Now real quick, I'm going to show you what else I was talking about was how I diversify, which we'll show that in a little bit. Stay positive. Build your system. When you're doing with small dollar amounts, it is hard to stay positive. It's hard when you only start with $15. You know, you may not see something right away. And there are times where the stocks you get into, don't perform how you had hoped and how you projected, and you have to wait on them. You have to be willing to wait. It will turn around. Things will. I have built in safeguards. And I will show you that too. How I protect myself from, well, taking quote unquote losses, because you don't lose anything if you don't sell it. Even if it's at the lower price than what you bought it at, you haven't lost anything because you still own the stock. It's just not valued at what you bought it for at the time. But don't think of it as, oh, I lost money. You didn't lose money. You gained stock. You won't lose money unless you sell it for less than what you paid for it. Invest in yourself every day and put a little bit of time learning and researching. When you first start the stock market, there's a lot of terminology, there's a lot of ideas out there, a lot of different strategies. You kind of have to find out what is your fit, what you are comfortable with, and where you want to get your information from. Right now, I don't deal with a lot of information about particular businesses. I am more of how is their stock moving, and do they pay a dividend? Do they pay a dividend constantly? Because there's my rules of investing. There are five rules I currently follow. I never sell for less. So if I buy a stock and it goes down, I'm holding it. I'd be willing to hold on to that stock. Only deal in stocks that have dividends. This is one of my fallbacks. If a stock has gone down in price and I can't sell it for more, and I end up getting a dividend from it, I include that as part of my 1%. So if I buy a stock for $5 and I'm waiting for it to get to 505 for my 1% and it does not do this, let's say it stays around the $5 mark, but then they pay me a dividend of 5 cents, well, the $5 it's at right now plus the 5 cents it just paid me makes 505. And if I want to take sell that stock and move that money, I can then do that. It frees up that money because in my plan you have to keep your money moving. Take your 1 to 3% profit and move along. Don't I don't hold and wait and see if a stock will skyrocket and make me instantly rich. I don't have the funds to do that. And I don't have, the patience to go, oh my goodness, let's see. Oh, this grew 2% today. Let's see if it does it tomorrow. Let's see if it does it the day after that. You know, be happy with what you get, move it along, and have some fun. Honestly, it kind of gets fun for me when I'm able to trade to sell something for a little bit more, go and buy something else, and you know, take that to the next level. The stock must have some history. To me, right now, some history means 1 year. I have to see 1 year of the charts on the trading platform, which I use Think or Swim. Um, if it doesn't have at least a year of history, then I'm not even going to look at it. It's automatically a no. Oh, and on this dividend ones, I need to add this in because at first I didn't. Now, you must have dividends 4 times a year, every 3 months at least. At least. There are some stocks who or plans that will pay you monthly. Those are mostly ETFs and not stocks, but you see. Stocks must have a good volume of trading daily. Okay, my amount right here is kind of fluctuating. I'd like to see about 10,000 shares minimum average trading daily. A lot of stocks will trade in the millions of shares. But stocks that have very little trading going on, their prices jump crazy back and forth, or they don't move at all. You could have one person come in and buy stocks one day, and the price will jump 20%, but they're the only person who bought or sold. And it's just very few shares. And that means if you go and try to sell yours, there might not be someone sitting there to buy them. It just isn't traded enough. The stock should show the start of an uptrend. The uptrend is when you're looking at a stock, and let's go to my charts here. This is an uptrend. This is a very nice uptrend, actually. And if I go here, see now today, if you'll notice, this is in the red for today. This is not, meaning it's dropping down compared to the rest. It took me a while to understand this. This does not represent compared to yesterday. is compared only to today. This is the lowest this stock has been today. This is the highest it has been today. The reason it is red, it means that this is where it started and this is where it is now. It's lower than where it started. If this goes up, it turns green. So by this being green means that the lower bar is the start point. The lower bar is the start point. The lower bar was the start point. It actually started at the low that day. There's no line below it. This is lower than the start point. So even though this is red, the stock itself is on a 1, 2, 3, possibly a 4-day uptrend. It'll depend on where this ends today. It's only been open for 2 hours. It's gone down, what, 3 cents from the opening? So it's gone down almost 1%. But it's also been up as high as 1%. One the 343 from 340. So, but this is the uptrend. Let's go look at my stocks. Okay. This one's starting today. They're still trying to climb up out of the tariff scare that happened right here. Boom, 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 boom. This is the first one. And it's like, well, that didn't work out. Boom. I think this is when the China thing was all announced. That this is where everybody's like, well, he backed off and he said, well, we're dealing with 130 countries who's wanting to talk to us about it, but China's not. Boom. So let's see. Uh, it's at $2.59 and a half. I hate the half pennies, but it is what it is. I have a mark here at 340. That means that's 1% above what I purchased for it, and I have a limit here. You'll see that I put a limit at 3% above what I purchased for. The reason I do this on all my stocks is this will set an alarm, and if I happen to be around and have Thinkorswim on, it'll ding for me to come look at it and say, hey, do you want to sell it? It's at your mark. It's at your 1%. If I'm not available, well, that's okay, because if it gets to my 3%, it'll automatically sell for me. So I give myself, 2%, chance to look at it myself and say, yeah, let's go ahead and sell it. But at 3%, it's like, yep, you made profit. Here's your money. So that one's still climbing. This was the same way. Had the same effect. Okay, this one's starting to come up. Today it's having a little bit of down issue, but it's early. I want to see that curve coming back up to where I purchased it at. Well, this one started down low. Okay, it started out where it did Friday, and it's coming back up a little bit. So, that one's going to take a little fighting. Ooh, there's no mark on this one. 842. It's what's my mark? 845. It hit it, didn't it? It hit it one day. I didn't see it. All right, I need to put a mark back on there, alarm back on there. Because it says 845 is my target. So real quick, I'll create an alert. I should just type it in. 845. Create. Okay, so if it hits it today, I'll ding. If it hits it while I'm here. But it's starting to make a nice little sweep back up. must have bought it around this area then. I wonder how. I need to put a date on my paperwork. I don't record what day I buy stuff. That's my only problem. I don't know how long I've actually held on to some stocks. Okay, this one's had a little uptrend. It went as high as here, but not to my mark. Okay, this one still got that nice little slope going up. Let's hope that today it rises a little more. Ooh, this one fell back down. This one fell down. Friday it was up, and today it started almost the same spot it ended. We're at the same spot, but it went down. Here we go. This one's getting a nice little slope. That's almost a vertical. That's almost like a freaking climb. Look how steep that is. Okay, this one's leveled out. Going to have to wait on this one. The way it's going, we're going to get a dividend soon. Okay, this one is slowly stepping up. Leveled out. This one's trying. It's got no alarm on it either. So I need to put an alarm on it. Let's go find out. This was GRNT. There it is. 491. We target is 496. All right, so go reset that. We might have hit that earlier. Yeah, looks like it hit it earlier today, and that didn't know it. Create an alert. 496. There. If it hits it again today, and I'm on, it'll ding. It'll tell me. AQN. Okay, this is one of the ones I just bought. So we gotta do the math here. WTTR. We bought it at 10, so we need one at 11, and then we need one at 11:22 for selling it automatically. So $11. Is that right? Did I really pay? Wait, did I really? I didn't pay $10.99 for these, did I? No, $8.79. Where did I get 10? $8.79. This is why you keep records so you can double check everything. Well, so that just changes everything. 9 cents. 8.88. Okay, so now that's why you keep records. One thing, when one thing says different than the other one, you have to kind of. What was that number? 888. Well, that's where we're at. And I'm gonna add 16 cents more. I gotta add 18 cents more. Make it 3%. 12 plus 6, 906. Two shares. All right. Sell two shares. they hit $9.06. Limit good till canceled. Send. So if it hits that mark right there, it will automatically sell it for me. I can't. I'm not going to sell them today, even though I hit my mark, because I don't want to get tagged for possible day trading. At the end of the day, if they're still above my market target, I'll probably put them in to be sold the next day. Call it good. Okay. SB. 6 shares at 339. Target is 343. Alert. Not sure why it picks up some of these automatic alert prices. Create. Okay, now if 343 is 1%, we need to add 8 more. That's 351. We'll make 3%. $3.51. There we go. $10.54, $10.65 is the alert. Okay, so 10.65, and then we add 22 cents to make it 87, 10.87. Auto sell. Oh, can't go that way. Gotta go this way. There we go. Those new ones are set up for alerting me when they're above their value. They're above 1%. And they're set up to sell automatically if they get above 3%. So right now we have some movers and goers, but nothing to sell. And we can go on with our day. I'm going to come back after the market is closed to see what this one's at. One of these was very close. I wanted to see. I can't remember which one it was. At one point, it was this one. It was very close. Ah, yes. COHN. Will it hit its mark today? There's not been a lot of trade yet. 1,600 something. That's not good. Its volume is down low. The only reason it qualifies, I think, is because this one right here made the average higher than my normal. My filter would have been like, nope, but this made it the average so high. I think once I sell it, I'll probably get out of it and take it off of here. That's not a volume trade here. 15, 11, 5, 10. All right. Well, if you do happen to come across this video and you have any questions, comments, concerns, ideas, thoughts, things you want to pass along, do feel free to drop me a comment in the comment section. Much appreciated. And I hope everyone has a good day and has some good trades out there. Until then, this is Troy, the Poor Man Trader.